Do you know that Mookie was actually the main antagonist of the Atomic Puppet show? Now, eventually, we don't know who Mookie grew up with, but I only know he grew up with his mother. But eventually, the question is, how did Mookie have a hatred of Atomic Puppet? Well, ever since Mookie turned Captain Atomic into a puppet, Mookie became like the strongest hero. Alright, he was actually known as Sergeant Subatomic, and his first appearance was Sick Day. So basically, his enemies are Joey Felt, Atomic Puppet, Cavalier, Robo-Ron, Beacon, Pauline Bell, and Phil. Ever since the big shift, Phil apparently had a hatred of Mookie because he tied up his father into a chair. In the second part of the episode, the big shift. Okay, he's also known as Captain Atomic's sidekick. He was a bitter and bruised over his failed coup to control Captain Atomic. After he was filled for his lust of his heroic stardom, he actually got tired of living into another hero's shadow. He actually lives in his mother's basement. Mookie apparently grew up with his unnamed mother. His father is actually never mentioned or seen. So we don't know this. Is Mookie actually an only child? Well, I'll just really say in my opinion that Mookie is actually the only child. Because it never mentions who is actually Mookie's siblings. How many siblings does he have? It never says in the episode. He only lives with his mother, which his mother appears in Sold Out and other episodes as well, Sold Out Sword Sister, she actually appears in a brief cameo, but not Mookie because he's not here. And she also appeared in Atomic Goo where she served Mookie some sandwiches, and Parallel Puppet where she told Mookie to do his chores, and Pirate Proton as well. Alright, so basically he wears a similar incarnation to Captain Atomic. He was retaining some similar parts with a yellow helmet, crest top, and a two-side wing headpiece. But he has a purple head cape with suspenders that has the S logo in it. He has yellow shoulder caps and a star with yellow arm braces, a gray utility belt, and some pale blue tracings along his purple skeleton undergarment with black and white sneakers. In Sold Out, he actually wears a blue short, so see that actually exposes his belly, and light maroon pants with a gray buckle and gray belt and a goat buckle. But in some episodes, Mookie actually does wear his underwear, or he only has a gray utility belt in the episode Hero Hall of Fame, after he was actually defeated by the bomb, Okay. And he also wore this prison clothes in the end of the Big Shift episode, which is the second part, and it was also the series finale before it got cancelled. As a villain, he was actually just trying to become a narcissist that actually was trying to become better than Captain Atomic, in case he was acting heroic. But apparently this shows his personal gain. During his early years, he worked for Captain Atomic as a sidekick until he abruptly turned his friend into a puppet, Alright, so basically, there was this one time in the episode Atomic Blue, he was forced to help AP and Joey remove the atomic super glue. But Mookie won't be able to take over as being a superhero because Joey and AP are stuck together, but they discouraged him for helping them. But it's implied that the reasoning for turning AP into a puppet was due to being mistreated when AP was still Captain Atomic. But in the Big Shift Part 1 and Part 2, he grew tired of seeing AP and Joey into the spotlight when he apparently devised a plan to get back everything and ended up failing once again. In the second part of the episode, Joey and Phil went after AP and was retrieved by the former During the battle between Tight Grip and Mookie, they kept being beaten by Mookie until he had the power to provoke Mookie and Tight Grip, which actually caused both of them charging and collide. Tight Grip seemed to have survived, but with a missing arm. Mookie was actually unconscious in the end, so we apparently don't know what will happen to Mookie and Tight Grip. Now the question is this: do you really think Mookie and Tight Grip will make us a great duo, in the episode, in future episodes? Well, unfortunately, I'll just say in my opinion, it was actually cancelled, so there was no season 2 coming. I know there was rumors right here, but apparently those rumors were kind of false, to say oh, Atomic Puppet is having a season 2. Now I'll just say this is apparently false, and I know many people would have a rumor to say that it's coming, but unfortunately it's not. So eventually they'll make a great duo, and if Pauline Bell trains hard, then she'll become Captain Atomic's sidekick, partner. I'll just say that. So basically it was revealed that his mother has a room in the basement because he lives there, and we don't know what happened to Mookie. So it's currently unknown what his backstory was. Mookie was the one who apparently turned Captain Atomic into a puppet, as mentioned by Atomic Goo. He was also exposed the truth that he is responsible for Captain Atomic's disappearance in the final series finale. In Atomic Goo, AP used to prank Mookie by gluing himself into the toilet seat, where it would get stuck into Mookie's bottom. In the pilot, he was named Nuki, like Rex. This apparently had a different actor, so we don't know who the actor is in the pilot, because the pilot episode didn't have a lot of information, in my opinion. Alright, so what I'll just say about Mookie is that he was actually this kind of villain that wanted to send Joey and AP into the sun, but luckily he did get arrested at some point. So will there be another one? I don't know.